When it comes to LeBron James JJ Redick podcast, for really the past month and a half, it's been non-stop false narratives, revisionist history, and just constant BS and lies. And their latest episode, they discuss Kyrie Irving.
I'm playing like so fucking happy and so proud and to watch him and continue his growth and whatever the case may be. And at the same time, I'm so mad at the same time that I am not his running mate anymore. So I'm like, I just remember those times.
So LeBron right there giving Kyrie his praise and his props, as he should. And at the very end right there, LeBron James, he said, quote, "I remember those times." Now, funny you mention that, LeBron James, because those times, they were ended because of you. And some might say, well, what are you talking about? Kyrie's the one who demanded a trade, and the one who left Cleveland and went to Boston. Well, my young grasshopper, you have much learning to do, as the 2017 offseason went much deeper than that one singular trade demand. As going back to the 2016 finals, after that finals and that championship, Kyrie Irving back then was in trade rumors for LeBron's buddy, Chris Paul.
That Kyrie found out that after they won the championship, LeBron wanted Kyrie traded for Chris Paul.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, right? Wanted him traded. And it cut him deep, and there's no trust.
Now, it's still not clear if Kyrie in 2016 knew he was in trade rumors for Chris Paul post-championship. But honestly, it doesn't really matter, as LeBron James trying to get Kyrie moved after that championship. One of the slimiest, just snake in the grass moves you'll ever see. And of course you guys know Kyrie in those finals hit the biggest shot in Cavs history, and quite possibly the biggest shot in a Game 7 all time. Now, fast forward to the 2017 season, that year's offseason, the Cavaliers of course lost in the finals 4-1 to the Golden State Warriors. Now, with the Cavs making their finals but still coming up short, you'd think they'd retool, build around Kyrie, Love, and LeBron, and go back at it for the 2018 season. Well, not exactly. As during the 2017 offseason, LeBron James, quote-unquote, LeGM, tried to pull off a 3-team trade for Eric Bledsoe, a Clutch client, and Paul George, who's a member of the Indiana Pacers. Now, luckily for Kyrie, this trade fell through. The Suns didn't want to part with the top 5 pick, and the trade never came to fruition. But according to Paul George on his own podcast, leading up to that trade, PG had gone to LeBron's house, discussed the trade, and how they'd get it done.
Cleveland, bro, I thought I was going to go to Cleveland.
Wow.
Cleveland was like close to getting me with Bron there. It was close.
Ooh.
It was close. Not a lot of people know that.
I didn't know that.
And so Dante was like our mediator, right? So he takes me to Bron's crib, chopping it up with Bron. He's like, yo, how can we make this work?
Now, once again, put yourself in Kyrie Irving's shoes. After the 2016 finals, LeBron James and the Cavaliers tried to trade you for Chris Paul, LeBron's buddy. After the 2017 finals, what'd they do? Try to trade for Paul George and Eric Bledsoe, a Clutch Sports client. So heading into the 2018 season, Kyrie Irving, he saw the writing on the wall. I mean, according to all the NBA insiders, LeBron going to Lakers, it was the biggest open secret in the entire league. And Kyrie having the foresight he did, he wasn't going to be stuck in Cleveland with a roster that was aging, old, and slow, and really past their prime. So what did he do? He checkmated LeBron James and Clutch Sports and demanded a trade himself.
Checkmate.
And if you guys recall, back in 2017, this trade to a lot of sports fans, it was shocking news and came out of nowhere. But again, ask yourselves, would Kyrie's trade come out of nowhere for simply no reason? Because looking at it objectively, just taking a step back, Cavaliers 2015 make the finals. 2016 win the championship. 17 again, make the finals, come up short. Why would Kyrie Irving out of nowhere demand a trade after 3 straight years of making the finals? Well, put the pieces together, LeBron James Clutch Sports the Cavaliers numerous times tried to trade him during that run. And now looking at LeBron James with the Lakers, we've seen numerous times how he moves, how he operates, and how Clutch Sports is basically his hand over the entire NBA. And think about back in Cleveland, this dude was running the organization, running the team, and really calling all the shots. As the Cavs from day one were scared to death, LeBron James yet again was going to leave them. And like LeBron James does, signs short-term deals, no promises, no guarantees, and dangles it over your head for years at a time. And that's why LeBron's comments now in 2024, they really do ring hollow about Kyrie Irving. As dude, you had this guy pre-age 30 as athletic peak and really in his basketball prime. And still then, with Kyrie playing great, being fantastic, didn't commit to Cleveland or him for the foreseeable future.
Kyrie sees a situation here where LeBron is uncommitted past 2017. That he has and there's a team around him here in Cleveland that is built to play with LeBron, to play slower, to play in the half court. I think right now that if LeBron was committed going forward and he knew LeBron would be here, that this probably wouldn't be happening right now.
And looking back at LeBron's podcast comments, listen to them one more time.
I'm playing like so happy and so proud and to watch him and continue his growth and whatever the case may be. And at the same time, I'm so mad at the same time that I am not his running mate anymore. So I'm like, I just remember those times.
So hearing that for the second time, what did you pick up on differently? LeBron James in this clip, not only praising Kyrie, but dissing Anthony Davis, his current teammate. And the funny thing is, Anthony Davis, Clutch Sports colluded with the NBA to get him to Los Angeles. That's the irony in all this. LeBron James, Clutch Sports, they make very calculated moves, 2-3 years at a time, with no guarantees, no promises, and really no loyalty. Even LeBron James in Miami, with Pat Riley, Spoelstra, his so-called friend Dwayne Wade, didn't tell them once that he was leaving. And Kyrie, unlike D-Wade, wasn't caught blindsided off guard LeBron James leaving Cleveland like he left the Heat. And if you think I'm making this all up, I'm revising history. Adrian Wojnarowski, the biggest NBA insider at the time in 2017, made it very, very clear. Kyrie demanding a trade wasn't a betrayal of LeBron James. And why it wasn't a betrayal is LeBron James, the Cavaliers, numerous times tried to trade Irving themselves. Again, put yourself in Kyrie's shoes. You win a championship in 2016, hit the biggest shot of the 21st century, and all of a sudden your co-star wants you traded for a Clutch Sports teammate and Paul George. How would that make you feel? And Woj back in 2017, in his own article, made it very clear LeBron James going to LA before the season even started was almost a done deal and the biggest open secret in the league. And according to Woj and his sources, LeBron James wouldn't resign with Cleveland even if they got Paul George to pair with him. Again, I'm going to prove LeBron James going to Los Angeles was a done deal, whether he had Paul George, Kyrie, Chris Paul, or even Eric Bledsoe. And ask yourself the question, why was Kyrie post-2018 painted as the villain and the problem in Cleveland? Well, it's because ESPN, Clutch Sports, the quote-unquote La Media, they have tons of influence and can push their narratives 24/7, 365. No single player, superstar, can overcome the entire media. And look at the past 7 years of Kyrie's career. The media hating on this dude has been a constant theme every single season. Now, looking back at LeBron James, one more comment he had about Kyrie Irving was calling him a wild card and the ultimate teammate late in games.
To have a guy like Kyrie Irving as the ultimate wild card, that's like having it's like having a draw four in your hand every time someone deals you cards in Uno. Like every single time, because he has the ability to, like you said, saw in game one.
Now, LeBron James for once in his life made a pretty coherent point. As calling Kyrie the ultimate draw four card, it's been true his entire career. And looking at the 2016 playoffs, not only the biggest shot in Cavaliers history, but in the entire postseason, the Cavaliers' best clutch time player. As looking at clutch time scoring, the final 5 minutes within 5 points, Kyrie in that run, 20 points, 61% shooting, 1 turnover, and a plus 20. LeBron James, 18 points, sub 40%, 4 turnovers, and a plus 18. And looking at games 5 and 7 of that series, who in the fourth quarters took over and hit the big time shots late in Golden State? That, of course, was Kyrie Irving in both Game 5 and Game 7, which were close games in the fourth. Like we saw in 2016 with the Cavaliers, and of course now in Dallas, Kyrie Irving in the clutch is an absolute killer and a game changer. And still looking at that 2016 Cavaliers team, much like 2024 in Dallas, Kyrie in the second half is debatably the team's best scorer and just best player in general. As back in 2016, 12.8 points, the leader of the team, on 47-44 and 86 splits. Now, to LeBron's credit, he still averaged 12.4 points a game in the second half, but from 3 and the free throw line was pretty subpar. Which once again shows you guys Kyrie Irving, the more efficient player in the clutch, and just better player in the fourth quarters. So that right there is the end of the video, and once again LeBron James revising history, changing the narrative in real time. As this dude back in 2016 and 2017 had a prime Kyrie Irving and tried to move him for Clutch Sports clients. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.